All right, in this video, we're going to aim to answer the following questions. What should I price my services at? How do I get people to pay me 5 to 10K, high ticket prices up front? And, also if you're in the situation where my prices are super low, but still no one buys. All right, so if you don't know much about me, uh, 2 years ago, I started my SMMA, trials, tribulation, tons of errors. Bought Iman Ghazi's course, Agency Navigator, tried to make it work, still didn't work. I started off by charging like $1,500 per month, lowered my prices all the way down to as low as $350 per month, and I still couldn't get clients profitably. All right. Now, I occasionally do numbers such as $30,000 per week, $15,000 in a single day, $11,000 days, 93 clients in 90 days, and $106,000 in a single month. All right. Um, so when it comes to prices, the thing is, prices in a market economy are not numbers that you just pull out of thin air and label as your price. And it's just like, this is my price and this is what it is, right? That's not really how it works at all. And you should never view pricing like that. So what I'm going to go over in this video, I want it to be something, in my personal opinion, I don't think you're going to be able to make 10, 15, 20K, bare minimum 10K per month in 2025 without this knowledge, right? But it's basic economics, basic, supply and demand. Anybody can know this. It's very simple stuff, but without knowing it, I feel like your business won't work. All right. So your price is going to depend not on what you choose, but how much your market actually wants what you have to offer, as well as the price that your competitors are charging for the same thing. Now, later in this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit of something, how much your market actually wants what you have to offer. So there's a such thing as intrinsic demand, right? It's water. We get thirsty, intrinsically, we can't survive without water. We need to drink. However, if you're good at marketing, or if you're good at positioning, you can, make someone perceive that they must have what you want, right? And, you take a look at any great marketer online, any YouTuber that's making tons and tons of money selling a service, selling a product, they are likely a very, very good marketer, right? And so the thing is, with their words, with their framing, with their positioning, how they say things to you, you perceive, okay, this is what I need to take my business or take myself to the next level, right? But here's the truth when it comes to basic pricing and, regular commoditized services. So the reason I was was trying to pitch $350 per month with my agency and still was broke as shit is because let's just take the example of cheese, right? I'm selling cheese, someone else, everybody in the market's selling like a piece of cheese, right, for 20 bucks. But then some other guy comes along and he sells it for $18. Obviously, right, we're all selling the same little, piece of shit cheese. Obviously, people are going to want to buy it from the third guy. This is simple, yet a foundational principle of any market: supply and demand. Now, this is the same thing if you go to your local grocery store and you want to purchase some cheese now, but it turns out they're all sold out. Now, what does this mean? Again, simple supply and demand. There's more demand for the cheese than the store can supply. So now what happens next? The store has to raise their prices to balance the market and meet the demand, right? Now, what I want you to imagine is, imagine if your, SMA services had that much demand, right? To where you had to say, okay, I got to raise the prices, right? It's too much people. I'm getting too many orders. I'm having a hard time managing all these new clients that are coming in, having some time balancing out the infrastructure. I don't have all the infrastructure built to fulfill, right? I need to raise the price to balance out demand, right? Imagine that. Now, that's actually a true story for Abdo. That's exactly what happened with him. He implemented the new system that I gave him. He provided that I provided, and he started closing a lot more deals than he was used to. Right? If you take a look at the screenshot here, and this had adverse effects, right? So as you can see, he's saying, "Damn, this is beautiful." Blah blah blah. You him, congrats, man. Him, but the truth is, this actually caused him to get stressed and anxious and worrying about whether he could handle all of these clients. So then he then texts me and he says he wants to shut down his front end acquisition, his marketing and sales, to ensure that he can fully handle and manage everything that's going on in the back end. Business lesson, Never shut down your front end marketing and sales, right? That's your money. Um, and I will say the best businesses are built, back to front, where you have ways inside the business to make more and more money from each client you get. However, we still have to get new customers, right? There's really only two things we can do in business to make money: get more customers, make the current customers worth more, right? You really do want to set up your back end to get the most LTV, lifetime value, out of each client. Topic for another day. However, what we need to understand here is that when you are closing easy, sure, you have a great offer like the one we built, like the one I gave to Abdul. Easy closes just mean the demand for the offer we created outweighs the supply that he currently has. All right. So, in order, what we need to do, okay, we're not going to shut down all of our front end cash flow and getting new clients. No, we're going to instead add some friction, right? So we can add some friction so that we're not just getting a whole bunch of clients, right? So, how do we do that? We simply need to increase the price in order to balance out our market. Now, of course, there are certain situations where lower prices benefit the business. They have all the infrastructure built and the demand to handle high demand, right? But I want you to think, who has that? Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple. And that's not even really low ticket, but like just think about the low ticket softwares that you use. Big $1 billion, might even be $1 trillion corporations that pump a whole bunch of money into building that infrastructure. Is that me and you? Hell no, right? Who? No, like, come on, like, we're online to make a lot of money, but like, we're not, nobody, no one, we don't have the money to pour into it initially, build out this infrastructure. We need to make some money now, build as we go. And that's really the smart way you want to do it, right? Now, the real question is, how do we position ourselves in a saturated market where us, and I want to say saturated market, saturated service as well, right? And so those are two different things. You can go into a saturated market as an SMMA owner, e-com, real estate, med spa, right? Those are saturated markets. Me personally, I love saturated markets. I think they're the best. Topic for another day. However, all of us, most of us, the people that haven't figured it out quite yet, are selling a saturated service, right? And now that's the real issue. All right. Yeah, Iman Ghazi came into the game. He sold me, right? I thought this was the wave. You need to do Facebook ads and do your whole, sell Facebook ads. What do you think is going to happen? It's the same thing with the cheese example, right? I'm a little bit hungry. I want some cheese, but now there's 20, you know, like 20 people, 20 20 people just trying to sell me cheese for like $20, right? And one guy sells it for 19. One guy sells it for 18. And it just keeps going down because it's all selling the same bullshit, right? So there's only one answer in 2025, right? So if you're trying to sell a commodity, here's the thing, right? Commodity prices will always be driven by supply and demand and competition, right? That's just simple market economics, right? Basically, what that means, if everybody's selling the same thing, it's going to be driven by how much people want it, or how much they want it or don't want it, and how much the competition is willing to stoop low, right? And you never want to bet on that because people fucking suck, right? They will stoop as low as possible. And it's the cheap ass people. They just want to make a quick buck and nobody really cares about anything. So we don't want to play this game. Sure, you sell the commodity, you sell cheese, whatever, some commoditized thing. Here's the thing with commodities, right? They usually only solve one thing. I'm going to get to that in just a second. You sell a commodity, it gets maybe $1, right? Maybe a little bit of money. However, something that provides multiple levels of value is where wealth is created, right? Now, what exactly does that mean? So when we think of a commodity, it usually solves one problem, like one to one. Cheese solves you getting hungry, right? Um, yeah, just think about it like that, right? And that's why it's competable, really easy to mimic. So the competition floods the market. If somebody notices, oh, a lot of people want cheese, you'll notice a whole bunch of monkeys coming in trying to sell a whole bunch of cheese now, right? Capitalist economy, people want to flood where there's opportunity. However, something that provides multiple levels of value. Now, I want you to think about this. You have a maid that cleans your house, right? She cleans your house every Wednesday. It's amazing. That's exactly what I have. A maid that cleans my house every Wednesday. All right. Now, okay, you pay I pay $100, like $150 every Wednesday for that to happen. Now, I want you to think about a maid. She'll clean your house. She'll cook for you. She'll do your laundry. She'll uh, go to the grocery store, get you new toilet paper when, uh, you know, when you need it. And she'll also help you find a girlfriend that's, a high quality girl, like a 10 out of 10. All right. How much would you pay for that? Right? She's solving a lot. She's doing that's high quality stuff that's valuable on many different levels, right? That's solving many different problems. Now, I don't know if the analogy I gave was appropriate, um, understandable, but that's the analogy I gave, right? And so I want you to pick up what I'm putting down, solve multiple levels of value. And that's exactly what I did with Leverage Consulting when I created it. It contains the following, right? So in this whole SMMA online game, we have done with you, done for you, and do it yourself ways of solving a problem, right? Done with you and do it yourself. This can be consulting services or software solutions that we provide, right? So it contains consulting services delivered in the form of protocols, frameworks, content, and standard operating procedures, right? Then you also have utilization of software solutions, software, right? And then this is the done for you elements. You're combining these done with you, do it yourself, and done for you into one entire solution. And done for you is basically the implementation of systems and infrastructure tailored to the specific needs of the client. Now, a lot of people I talk to in the community get this messed up. You see where it says implementation of systems and infrastructure tailored to the specific needs of the client? Never, ever in this world should you be signing clients and having custom solutions to each client. That's not what I mean, right? You want to take a market, let's say a niche, right? Med spas, example, right? Med spas, and you want to take a niche of a niche, okay? Med spas that have 2 employees, sell certain types of services, Botox, facials, etc. We're only going to work with those, right? Now, since we categorize them so much, it's likely that everybody in this category has similar, they might walk the same, they might talk the same, they might have the same accent, right? They're similar. That's what I'm saying, right? So it's likely if they do all these similar things, they probably have the same such and such problems, right? So we've categorized them, we've categorized this group that has similar pain points, and then we deliver a tailored, specific solution to this group, solving their pain points, right? So that's all we got. If you want a free one-on-one consultation, I'll make sure your offer is good. Lead gen, appointment booking infrastructure. If you can't close sales, we'll take a look at that as well. And also systems, right? A lot of people aren't talking about systems. You need systems to scale. So this one-on-one, it's a free consult. We'll just talk about, what's going on in your business. This will also give you the opportunity to join my one-on-one, where you get access to a full 120-day calendar with every single step you need to scale your agency, including systemizing it and turning it into a real business, right? Probably in my next video, I'm going to talk about the concept of real business, because a lot of you guys, me included before, we're playing this SMMA game not as a business game. We're not thinking about it as a business. But all right, bye.